Olá, bem-vindos ao Scandinavian Way. Eu estou hoje com o Jakob Villien, ele é consultor sênior da Atkins Dinamarca e nessa função ele tem uma experiência muito grande na melhoria da mobilidade urbana em Copenhague. Essa experiência ele trouxe ao Brasil e veio também nos visitar para contar um pouco de como é esse trabalho na Dinamarca e como a experiência, especialmente da adoção de bicicleta nos grandes centros urbanos, pode ser aproveitada em São Paulo e em grandes cidades brasileiras. Jakob, thank you very much. We were talking before about the love of Danish people for bicycles. Why do Denmark loves bicycles so much?
Oh, it's hard to give just one answer to why that is. I think that there is a part that is just certain circumstances that are just turned out the right way, and I think one of the main reasons that is mostly mentioned is that Denmark is flat, and we are not all that happy about that one explanation because there are many other factors that weigh in on that. One other factor is that it became a symbol of equality and gender equality and economical equality and freedom to use the bicycle in Copenhagen. And I think one main explanation is that the plans to realize a vast network of bicycle paths was actually realized in Copenhagen. So we were sort of able to survive the boom in cars. And still have bicycles be a large part of our mobility after cars came.
Brazilians, they like to say they love cars so much. You don't have to give up using cars
No.
to embrace bicycles, right?
Right. I mean, sometimes when we have visits from overseas or neighboring countries, they're often surprised that there are so many cars in Copenhagen. We have a large portion of a road space still devoted to car use, and just a small fraction, but an important fraction of road space is for bicycles. So I don't think we are excluding cars by having a big love for bicycles in Copenhagen. You can definitely have both, but it's also important to know that it's a question of city space, of road space. It's definitely much easier if you have a network of bicycle paths you can build upon, which was present in Copenhagen. So we didn't really have to start from scratch. They were always there all along.
Of course, I think you know the experience São Paulo had a few years ago. Today we have in São Paulo more space for bikes than we had 6 or 7 years ago.
Right.
When something similar to that started in Copenhagen? When did it start to? When the city started to have an infrastructure? A better infrastructure for bicycles?
Well, I believe the first bicycle path was constructed in 1912 or something like that. It's very, very early, and it was because we had some space that was for riding path, or horse riding, and we had some space for tram lines that were converted into bicycle paths. Even still, Copenhagen municipality is still rolling out new bike paths. We have the cycle superhighways, and we have the green routes that are still being constructed in the municipality of Copenhagen.
So you said 1912. So it's for Brazilians who are embracing bicycles
right.
Nowadays. It's we can say that we have to think of decades not in months that it's going to be easier for bicycles. So we have to be patient.
Right.
Yeah. This is one of the things we can say about your the Danish experience.
Yes, definitely. But I think it's a work in progress. Even our bicycle paths are not necessarily perfect, or definitely not in every places. So we upgrade and we construct new ones, and it's a work in progress. And you should view it like that. It definitely was not built overnight, and it will not be in Sao Paulo. But I think having seen your already extensive network of bicycle paths, it has a good foundation to build upon. So, and the amounts of kilometers of bicycle paths that you have is actually not dissimilar from what is in Copenhagen, but the scale is very different. So it's a very much a smaller town. So it's definitely something to be proud of, the progress that has already been made here in Sao Paulo, and see it as a first very important step towards having a large network of very rideable bicycle paths.
One thing that many people emphasize when they talk about using bicycles, or using more bicycles for mobility reasons, is many people used to link that to the environmental issues.
Right.
And of course it's very important, but you said before that it's not the main reason that people adopt or the people use the bicycles. I would like you to tell us what's the main reason in your opinion.
Well, to be honest, the environment is hardly a reason at all that people will use bicycle. I think for many the environment is a very important thing to be worried about and to do something about and want to contribute to, but it's not when choosing a mode of transport. That's not really how it works. We tend to think that we choose a mode of transport for a variety of reasons, but in all honesty, it's because it's practical reasons that are the main driving factors when we get up in the morning and we have to plan our day, and the decision on how to get to work is made on a variety of different practical factors. So if we want people to choose a bicycle, and that's the same in Copenhagen, then we got to make it easy and accessible and fast and a real alternative to a car. That's the main way to get people to not use the car, is to have a more attractive alternative. And the Copenhageners are no different. We have asked, and vast majority of people in Copenhagen choose to ride a bicycle because it's the fast and easiest alternative to other modes of transport, and not because they are especially want to do something about the environmental problems, which are definitely a very important issue, but that's not really the fighting grounds when choosing modes of transport.
And infrastructure would be the key point to...
Yes, yeah, definitely. If you want to make people ride the bicycle to work, or free time, whatever you're doing, if you want people to choose the bicycle, you have to make it the safe and good network of bicycle paths. So infrastructure is definitely key.
You didn't know the experience from other cities. Some other big cities in Brazil are also creating their own experiences towards using more bicycles. But what you saw in São Paulo, you said that it's going to be it's something that people should be proud of because of the increase. And could we be optimistic about what's coming next?
Yes, definitely. I think whenever we visit a new country or a new town, or just go 20 kilometers to the neighboring country of Sweden, we are surprised at how different cultures are and how big a factor that is in how infrastructure works and how people use it. But I think definitely there is a lot to build upon here in Sao Paulo. We've just done a workshop today, and with a lot of wonderful people, very enthusiastic that bicycling is growing in Sao Paulo. So I think definitely it's going the right way.
Jakob, thank you very much for coming to visit us and for the inspiring words.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the invitation. It has been a wonderful experience.
Okay, thank you. A vocês, muito obrigado e até a próxima.